Hello, all you comic lovers out there. It's your favorite map reader backseat driver back again. It has been at least 3 months, I think, at this point since I posted a video. I've been doing a lot, really busy, but this is my first video on this new channel. If you follow me on Instagram, you've seen that it's the same name. I updated the link in my bio. Same videos. I'm going to be posting the same type of videos for the most part. This is also my first ever unboxing video, having sent books to CGC myself, and this is also another first because it was going to be my first time live streaming, but found out after I enabled it that it takes 24 hours to actually be enabled. And I just couldn't wait. I've been waiting for this box now for over a month, I believe. Yep, just over a month. It was pretty quick turnaround, though. I'm pretty happy about it. And as you might be able to see at the top, maybe not, but I have opened the box so we don't have to deal with any tape cutting on this. And I've got sort of a new setup as well. This is going to be the first time I film a video with this new setup using an external mic on my phone, and I've actually got my camera, my phone attached to my comic book storage unit cabinet, which if you don't follow me on Instagram, then you won't know is made by the Classy Collector. Found out that he actually made one for Tom King, which was pretty cool. He delivered to him at a Comic-Con just before delivering this one to me a few months ago. Anyway, without further ado, we are going to move this box and start pulling books out. See what we got. Actually, excuse me. Before we get started, the list of books includes Wolverine Limited number 1. X-Men number 205, J. Scott Campbell variant, Immortal Hulk 1, Immortal Hulk 1 Crane variant. We've got Die number 1. We have Invaders number 1 from the 1970s series. We have, let's see what else. We've got Avengers 684. We have Once and Future number 1. Thank you variant that they sent one per store. I don't remember exactly what it's called. It'll say on the label though. We have, I'm trying to remember off the top of my head at this point. My computer is behind me and I don't want to screw up the setup. Oh yeah, we've got Eternals number 3. We've got Green Lantern 201. That's all I think I'm going to be able to remember off the top of my head. Nope. We've got Invincible Iron Man number 7, first Riri Williams, and then a few other books. So without further ado, we will start the unboxing. Basically, I was hoping for 9.8s on just about all of them, with the exception of Eternals number 3. I was pretty sure it would be a 9.0, 9.2 at least. And then Wolverine number 1, I was looking for a 9.2, 9.4. I'm sorry, Captain America number 6, the first Winter Soldier, and the variant. Captain America 25, Adam Hughes variant. Captain America 34, the first Bucky as Cap. And I might remember more before I open it, but let's get going so this video doesn't take forever for you guys. I'm going to do my best not to see the grades before you, but no guarantees. It's just one of the complications of doing it this way. All right. Let's see if we can make this work. So the first one is going to be House of X number 1, the Lucio Perillo variant, or maybe it's Lucio Perillo, and that came back as a 9.8. I got this and the Powers of X number 1 Virgin variant from Comics Elite. and clearly happy with that. I mean, the cover is awesome. I'll bring it closer so you guys can see it better. Try and get rid of that glare. But this one is Jean Grey in the green costume, and Powers of X1 is her in the Phoenix red and yellow costume. And hopefully that'll be the next one, because that would just make sense. And it is. So here it is. Try and keep that covered. And that is also a 9.8. Love that. And I keep kicking the stand, sorry. Again, I'll bring that closer so you guys can actually see the cover itself. Oh, it looks like this is a first appearance of Rasputin, Silabel, and the Cardinal as well. Didn't know that they were going to be talking about any of the first appearances for those books. Those I got entirely for the covers, if I'm honest, because I really liked the story. Ordered those, and it's pretty happy. So next we've got Eternals number 3, which is first appearance of Cersei. And that is 9.6. Wow. So before I get any further, I want to give a shout out to D'Angelo Long, Depressing Comics. D'Angelo66 on Instagram, I believe. He clean and pressed all of these for me. And he did a fantastic job, looks like. Hopefully that trend continues. So that's first appearance of Cersei. Like I said, I was thinking it was going to be 9.0, 9.2 maybe. You can kind of see a little color breaking crease up here. That might be what brought it to a 9.6. Sorry, I was covering that up. Right there. I don't know if you'll be able to see it when I post this video. Back looks pretty clean. I can't believe it came back in 9.6 though. That's fantastic. All right. Excuse me one moment. Going to move the box to the other side. Make it easier to cover the grades as I pull them out. Alrighty. This is Thor number 1, the Midtown Comics variant, the Jane Foster Thor, the book where Jane Foster becomes Thor, although I believe it's not revealed to Thor number 8. Yeah, 9.8. I'm thinking about selling this and as long as it came back at 9.8, the Thor number 8 as well. Not sure yet, but I'll keep you guys posted. So I'm really happy about that one. D'Angelo's record continues. Good record, I should say, continues. It's a pretty cool cover. I liked the regular cover, but I was able to get, this was actually the only one I was able to get at the time. Next up, alright, Thor number 8. This is Jane Foster revealed to be Thor, and that is also a 9.8. Damn, man. Pretty good invoice so far. This is great. Especially with that black cover, black and purple, I guess, cover. Wow. That's awesome. Next, we have got... Alright, here's Once and Future number 1, the 1 per store variant. Oh, dang it. Oh well, I was really hoping for a 9.8 on that one as well. But I'm not trying to sell it or anything, so it's not like the value is going to matter to me. Still, pretty high grade. I'm gonna see if I can figure out what brought it down though. I don't really see. There's no spine ticks or anything. Don't know if you'll be able to see it, but there's a little bit of what appears to be maybe a corner tear. Let's take it out of the plastic. Looks like maybe the corner was damaged. You can kind of see a little bit of white in the camera where there should be all black. I don't really see anything else though. That's all right. I finally read it. I really enjoyed the first one. I'm looking forward to reading the second book, and I really like this cover too. The whole premise behind it so far is pretty sweet. I recommend it if you have not already read issue 1, and I believe issue 2 already came out, but the way I get my books, it takes a while. I get them 1 month at a time instead of week to week. Anyway, here is Avengers 684. First appearance of Immortal Hulk. And another 9.8. I got this one from my local comic shop, Comic Kings. And as I said before, got everything pressed and cleaned by D'Angelo Long at Deep Pressing Comics. Really been enjoying the Immortal Hulk series. The whole thing has been, it was better. The first 12 issues were the best, but it's still been great the whole way through. All right, here is Venom number 3. Forgot about this, that this was in here. First appearance of Null. First full appearance of Null. A little surprised that came back at 9.8, but I'm really happy about it. I'll see if I can show you why. Well, can't even see it in here in the case. Maybe you can. Probably not on the camera though. There is what we think, it looked like it was a tear actually in the cover, more than just a tick, but I guess they missed it somehow. I mean, after the pressing, you had to know what you were looking for, not just know to be looking for something, so maybe that helped. But like I said, I'm not complaining. Happy about that. All right, next up, here is Green Lantern 201. This is the first Kilowog. I tell you, trying to find the values for this book was a pain because it's Green Lantern 201, but the title says the Green Lantern Corps, and I did not know that it was different at first. But all right, 9.6, not too bad. I'm not upset about that. That's for sure. Especially with so much white on the cover, it's really hard to keep these books in high grade. And there was this one little, I think a pen mark right here that we couldn't get out, but hey, if that's what brought it down to a 9.6, I'm pretty happy. Kilowog. Next up we have, all right, here's the Immortal Hulk number 1 Clayton Crane variant. Show you the cover first. And that came back as 9.8 again. Man, this is wow. This is ridiculous. In a good way, obviously, but it's ridiculous. Sorry, excuse the rustling. Fixing the box. Sorry. Next up is, I'm hoping that it's the other Hulk, Immortal Hulk number 1. It is. If you haven't seen this before, it's a great Alex Ross cover. All of his covers have been phenomenal for this series. see, that came back as another 9.8. Oh man. And for those curious, all of these so far have been with white pages as well. I don't look for that quite as much as some other collectors, but it is a nice little plus. Here is Invincible Iron Man number 7, the first appearance of Riri Williams and Tomo. I don't even know who that is. Anyway, this one I'm gonna hold on to for a bit, but in a 9.8, I am going to eventually try and sell it, I think. I've been trying to get a little bit more into the flipping game in order to fund my hobby, which, as you all know, can cost a pretty penny sometimes. Alright, here is Thor, God of Thunder. This is the first appearance of the Necro Sword, technically. I guess they don't annotate that, but whatever. I like the cover, I like the story. And so I actually got this off of mycomicshop.com, and it said that it was very fine near mint at a 9.0, or maybe, yeah, it was a 9.0 according to them. I think that was just before a cleaning and pressing, but we'll see. Yep. So again, D'Angelo Long at Depressing Comics. Hell of a job, man. This is amazing. This one is Wolverine number 1, newsstand. I don't really know what it is, but I love newsstands. I don't know. I think it was just because it in part is because I only started reading and collecting comics about 2 years ago, and everything had a barcode, so that's what I got used to seeing instead of the big old Spider-Man head or whoever else they have on some of the direct editions. But I'm just a really big newsstand fan, so I get them when I can. And that came back at wow. Wow. That's awesome. Another 9.8. That's just ridiculous. Alright, sorry. Keep on taking pauses, and it's making this, we're already at 18 minutes on this video. Try and keep on carrying through. So here is Captain America 25, the first Sam Wilson as Captain America. This is the Adam Hughes variant. Love some Adam Hughes, and yes. This one, I was really, I mean, all of them I was hoping would come back at a 9.8, obviously, but this one in particular, I mean, the cover is so cool to me, and honestly, the value difference in this case, I would have caught a brick, as Reggie likes to say, if it had come back much lower. I was fairly confident, but you never know. Almost there. Almost done, guys. Here is Captain America 34. But this is Bucky becomes Captain America, and this is the Alex Ross cover. I wanted to get both of the first Bucky and first Sam Wilson as Cap. Big Cap fan, as you probably all know. And another 9.8. Hell yeah. I mean, just look at that cover. How cool is that? Here is Captain America number 6, First Winter Soldier. This is the variant. And another 9.8. And hopefully this is the other Captain America number 6. Yep, this is the regular cover. Came back as another 9.8. Man, I feel like the boy who had 7 right now. So many 9.8s. Absolutely insane. Now we've got die number 1. Steph cover, just a standard cover. Another 9.8. I got that from Midtown Comics a few months ago. I was trying to get a hold of. I was able to get 2 and on, but I was having a hell of a time finding number 1. Got it for a decent deal though. Next up we have Invaders number 1. And this actually follows Giant Size Invaders number 1 for those that don't know. Wow, 9.6. That thing's from 1975. It's 44 years old this month. Sorry, no, in August. 44 years old, and it's a 9.6. I know it's not that old compared to Golden Age and a lot of Silver Age stuff, but still. And look at that cover. I think that counts as a war cover, even if it's not golden or silver. Hell yeah. And last but not least, we have Invoice. It is X-Men 205. I don't know why I shoved the Invoice in there. Another cool cover. J. Scott Campbell is the man. First appearance of Hope Summers. And another 9.8. Sweet. Alright, well, I don't want to take too much more of your time. It's already been 22 minutes and counting. I appreciate you guys checking in. Hopefully you enjoyed watching this. I will try and do a live stream at some point when I can. I apologize for the long breaks in between and having to switch channels, but just run into some small issues one after another that caused all this to everything to just domino essentially and snowball. But I'm back, and so are these books, and I am extremely happy. I think there were 3 9.6s in a lot of 21 books. 4 9.6s in a lot of 21 books. Well, please give this a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. And check me out on Instagram, backseatdriver5280 there as well. See ya.